is up YouTube? Jamie the Kid 00 here, coming at you guys with another regional report. I'm sorry if I sound a bit off. I had a bit of a rough night last night, and I'm still recovering from a bit of a cold, which has kept me from making videos all week, so sorry about that. But I'm going to try my best to bring you guys a regional report. I've been trying to keep myself on a bit of a tour recently. I've gone to 3 regionals in about 5 weeks, and I've managed to top all 3 of the ones I've attended, so I'm feeling really quite good about myself, getting back into the game now that I've got a bit more time on my hands. So, for this regional, I played something different. At Norwich, I played Burning Abyss. At Aylesbury, I played Shadol, and I'm back on Burning Abyss again, but this time we are back on the brand new Burning Abyss list. And I've just got a text which I need to disappear off my screen. Now I can. There we go. Now I can see my screen again. So I played the new Burning Abyss deck. I've literally not tested it at all. I thought, hey, we're gonna go to Birmingham. It's gonna be the Yangzing mat, and I'll have a jolly. Like, we'll just have fun. And then I got there, and I'd taken like a deck that I'd spent no time building. My side deck was awful. My main deck had really funny techs in. And, like, it was really bad, and then I saw they had the Virgil mats, I saw them on the back counter, and I was like, oh my god, I have to top. And I've brought a fun deck. Oh no! But I'm so thankful I managed to go 5-1. I only lost 1 game, and that was to Clyfort, who had the absolute nuts against me. And I'm really happy about my performance. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm not really going to talk about my matchups in the video. I'll put that in the description. They probably won't be on as soon as the video goes live because I'm going to be posting this and going out. I have to keep this kind of short, but yeah, that'll be on in due time. So we're going to start off with the 3 guide. If you open this, you should by rights win the game. It's just so silly. Like, the ability to just go this into Dante, this into Graf, Dante, and you can usually open with Dante, Virgil. It's so good. So the 3 guide, was so important. I'm going to move these. Then I played Fairview, Burning Abyss. I played the 3 Skarm, Searcher, 3 Graf, MVP, 3 Seer, somewhat MVP, simply because it brings back this guy. Bringing back Virgil is so good. And then 3 Rubik, because Rubik was incredible. Some people don't like playing 3 of this, and I don't really understand that, because it's literally just an extra name on a 2-1 body that you can drop to make your Xyz plays a lot easier. Like, I just really like this. Some people don't like it because it's not profit when you discard it, but I only played 3 Wing Blast and no other discard traps, so I didn't have to worry about that much, and it was so good to just keep the monsters consistently coming. So, 3 Rubik, and who wouldn't want to make Virgil as frequently as possible? And I then played 1 Alich and 1 Calcab. Alich I never actually used the effect for in a relevant manner. However, Calcab was actually pretty cool. Something quite nice I actually did with the Calcab was I had a back row that was I had a face down Horn of Heaven that was blocking me from making my plays, and I had an OTK shunt. So I wing blasted my opponent's face down back row, and discarded Calcab, and then used Calcab to bounce my own back row, which I'm pretty sure you can do. It doesn't say target an opponent's card, it's just 1 set spell or trap. So I bounced my own set spell or trap to my hand, and then I was able to special summon all my Burning Abyss monsters from my hand, and just go crazy. So that was something cool I did with Calcab. And then the last monster I played was 1 BLS, which I had a surprising amount of times. I played 6 games in my first 2 rounds. Of course, I went to game 3 both times, and I had this 4 out of the 6 games. It was disgusting. In my opening hand, I had this 4 times. So it was kind of crazy. Like, BLS was there for me yesterday. He willed me. He willed me into the place I got. So that's the 18 monsters I played. For the spells, I played the 1 Regeki. Same logic as I always preach. I actually used it to break a Vanities board at the regionals as well, which is really important. It's like single-handedly won me that game by breaking the Vanities board. 1 Foolish, this can be anything you want it to be, so it's just so good. It just keeps the deck versatile. Allure, I originally didn't like this because I preached that you value your Burning Abyss monsters too much and you really want to have them. But then I realised you want to open Fire Lake as consistently as possible because that's what makes your hands absolutely broken. So if you have enough Burning Abyss monsters, you can Allure and try to dig deeper for the Fire Lake. And that's why I played it, and it worked out. Like, you just want to dig as far as you can for your traps, and that's why that's there. 1 Soul Charge, as Hoban said, it was bad before because you couldn't break opponents' boards without having a battle phase. Now you can, now that Virgil is a thing, you can break opponents' boards without a battle phase. So this is actually kind of important. I only used it once across the actual event. I hardly ever drew this, but it was a card in theory. Then I played the double MST. This is mainly for chaining to Emptiness and chaining to Scout, so that's that. And then 3 Upstart because 37 cards, bro. So that's the spells, and then the traps are where it gets, I guess, kind of cool. I played one Traveller and the Burning Abyss. I only ever drew this twice, and I resolved it once for one guy, which is actually really important because it was the graph, and I'd have that graph already bring out a Seer. So in the end phase, I was able to bring back that graph and make a free Xyz, but the second time I had this, I flipped it, and it could have gotten me 4 guys, including a Virgil, and I could have then Xyz'd into things and, like, swung. But my opponent had the traps done for it. So, it is what it is. Then there was 3 Fire Lake. I feel like you have to play 3 because you want to open it. Drawing it later on in the game is the worst thing that can ever happen to you, but I feel that it warrants playing at 3 because if you open it and a tour guide, or at least a way to make Dante and have another Burning Abyss on the field, you should win if you have that kind of formation. So, 3 Fire Lake, and when I did resolve it, it won me those games instantly. Trouble Emptiness, you want to slow your opponent down, stop them doing things, so Emptiness is a thing. And now that we have Virgil, you can make a 25 body that can actually attack for 25, rather than just making the Dante that defends for 25. So the Emptiness was very, very important, now that Virgil's a thing. I played 3 Wing Blast as my only discard outlet. I didn't feel that Karma Cut was as good at the moment, and I'm glad I didn't play Karma Cut because Clive was everywhere, and Karma Cut is absolutely awful against Clive, and I didn't feel that Raigeki Break was that important at the moment. So I just played this 3 Wing Blast. I never missed having the extra discard outlets. In fact, I don't think I'd play them again. Like, I was happy with just the Wing Blasts. I felt they were the best ones, so I played them. Then I played 2 Horn of Heaven. We're going to talk about this for a minute, which I had a little bit of a ruling issue at the regionals, because at some events I've been to, and I've seen this card played, this can stop an entire Pendulum Summon. Like, if my opponent goes Pendulum Summon 3 monsters, 3 Clive monsters, you could Horn it. The judges there apparently said it couldn't, so I lost. My only loss was to Clyfort, and I lost that game 1 because I had this and an Emptiness, and I purposefully held the Emptiness because I wanted to use this first, because otherwise then he'd have to MST the Emptiness to kill it. I wanted to hold this, so I used this first and hold the Emptiness. So I used this on his Pendulum Summon, and the judge told me I couldn't. And he then wouldn't let me reverse the game state, of course, because he was trying to imply that I would then try to Emptiness when he declared a Pendulum Summon, and I'd say no, I just wouldn't be an idiot, and I would have flipped my Emptiness when he put the other scale down because he had an extra deck full of monsters. But there was disputes with the judges. But yeah, this was frustrating. So I'm glad I didn't play any more Clyforts after that ruling was given to me, because they insisted that it would only stop 1 if they summoned multiples, then I couldn't Horn it. So yeah, otherwise I just thought it was really good because your tribute is for free. You almost always, if you're playing in a similar way as in which you would play a Fire Lake, you're always going to have a monster on field that you can tribute, and sometimes that's even a graph, which can just get you a Seer and keep rotating. So the Horn was really, really solid. And then I was playing 3 Horns, but then I thought that Solemn Warning would be better to have in there. This is another card that they ruled would not stop multiple Pendulums, it would only stop 1, which was another frustrating thing. So Clyfort was OP at that event. So, yeah. I felt that this was better than Horn. It would just be a better card. If I could play 3 Warning, I would have played 3 Warning, but that's why the Horns are in there. They're the other 2 Warnings. So yeah, that's the trap lineup. For the extra deck, let's go to extra deck. Extra deck was double Virgil. Virgil is so silly. This card is ridiculous. This card is Cardinal on crack. It's a Cardinal that you can reborn consistently and easily. So that's all I'm going to say about him. He's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm so glad to have him in the deck. Then for the Xyzes, we'll start off with the 4. Double Downerd. Now that you have Virgil, you don't need Downerd as much, because Downerd was the biggest thing you could make and the biggest problem solver you could make. Now Virgil is an even bigger problem solver, so you don't need to worry about the 3rd Downerd that much. You don't really need it. 3 Dante. You have to play 3 now. You really, really do. I make 3 all the time because of the amount of names you play in the deck, so you will go through them. Double Alucard, you can make the lock, and you just want to be removing back row against some of the more controlling matchups you may play against, especially against certain Satellite Knight situations. 18 is quite big against them, especially seeing as some of them are reducing the numbers of a nuclear high they're actually playing. Then 1 Tempo, because he's like I played a few versatile one-offs. I feel like Tempo is just really good against the Downerd and in certain situations in the mirror. Zenmain's Problem Solver, out to Shadow Mirror. Giga Brilliant, just a really important card for making your guys incredibly big. 1 Fortune Tune, 1 Acid Golem, and 1 Nightmare Shark. One other little interaction you can point out with the Brilliant is if you have Brilliant and like Virgil or in certain sizes downerd, you can use the Brilliant to make the Virgil 28 and the downerd possibly even 3k, which is bigger than all the other Clifort monsters, and that's an out to them. So it's just a little something. But yeah, I'm not sure if I showed you the other cards now. There was the Tempo, the Zen Mains, Fortune Tune, Acid Golem, which is pretty cool because A-Lich can negate this guy's effect and you can make download over him if you're going to get burned out. And then Nightmare Shark, which stuck for game once. So he was kind of cool. We'll go through the side quickly. I'm sorry I've had to be so kind of choppy about this, but I have to go somewhere. There's people in the room literally sitting around waiting for me to get this recorded. So I'll go through the side real quick because it's literally shit. My side is awful. I played 2 Fiend. I probably should have sided the 3rd. I wanted these for the mirror. I felt they were going to be really strong, which they were, but I never played the mirror. So, yay. So they were kind of useless. They were alright against Shadol, though. Triple Puppet Plant. This was for Shadol and certain situations in the mirror. Never sided it in. I felt like this was terrible. I couldn't decide on what to side, so I just put in 3 Puppet Plant. 2 Chalice. They went in for Shadols. I'm a big fan of this against Shadols, so I played that for the Shadol matchup. The 3rd MST, you need it for Cliforts. The 3 Chain D for the mirror match, which I never played. 3 Fairy Wind for Cliforts, which I drew, but it got Night Beamed, which is sick. And then 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, because, wow, things are just skittering all over these. These sleeves were hardly used, so they're really, really new. The Bottomless was just in here for the big old Pendulum Summon that you can shit on with the Bottomless. But yeah, guys, I'm really sorry about how choppy I wanted to keep this. In the end, I went 5-1 over the whole event. It was a lot of fun. There were some issues that can be raised from it, but at the end of the day, I'm satisfied with the event. I'm pretty happy with the performance. And I'm hopefully actually going to be returning to locals soon, so I should be able to record some games. And as soon as I'm back in good working health, I will be able to bring you a few more videos. I'm actually going to bring another deck profile of this where I can talk about a lot more theory, so look forward to that. And if there's any questions, leave them in the comments down below. So as per usual, guys, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of the same. Share the video if you think your friends would benefit from the information within it, and comment down below if you got anything you want to tell me. So otherwise, that's about everything I wanted to say. This has been JammyKid00, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.